Do you ever feel like your mind is a television that you simply cannot turn off? Why is it that we can find a moment of silence when we are alone in a forest, but we lose our sanity the moment we step into a crowded street? There is a secret about the human mind that the ancient masters knew, but we have forgotten in our modern world. The mystery is that peace does not come from finding a quiet place. It comes from finding the quiet within yourself. Today, I want to show you how to build a sanctuary inside your own heart that no amount of noise can ever destroy. Let me tell you a story about a young woman named Ananya who lived in a city that was so loud it felt like a constant thunderstorm. Ananya was a brilliant weaver who worked in the heart of the great square. Every day she was surrounded by the heavy smell of spices, the shouting of traders, and the endless clatter of cartwheels on stone. To the people walking by, she looked like she was working hard, but inside her head, a different kind of war was happening. She was caught in a terrifying cycle of anxiety. Her mind was a constant noise of what if? What if I cannot finish this work? What if my family goes hungry? What if the future is even louder than today? This psychological weight made her feel like she was drowning, even when she was standing on dry land. Her heart would beat so fast that she felt she could not breathe. She felt as though the very air was running out, and the chaos of the marketplace was pressing against her skin like a heavy blanket. She was losing her health and her joy because her brain was always searching for a danger that wasn't there. Desperate for a way to stop the noise, Ananya sought out an old teacher named Bodhi, who lived in a small wooden house right in the center of the busiest street. When Ananya arrived, her hands were shaking and her breath was shallow. She expected Bodhi to take her to a quiet mountain or a silent cave. Instead, Bodhi stood up and led her right back out into the thickest, loudest part of the market. He told her that her challenge was not to escape the noise, but to walk through the busiest part of the marketplace while focusing only on the rhythm of her own breath. He told her to feel the air move into her body and out again, as if the shouting merchants and the pushing crowds were nothing more than ghosts. At first, Ananya struggled. The smell of the street and the noise of the bells tried to pull her attention away. She felt the urge to look around and worry about the people passing by. But she remembered Bodhi's instruction and returned her focus to her breath. She began to count each inhale and each exhale. Slowly, a strange and beautiful thing happened. The shouting of the market started to sound like a distant river. The angry voices felt like wind blowing through trees. She reached the other end of the market and realized that she was smiling. She felt a stillness in her chest that she had not felt since she was a small child. Bodhi looked at her and spoke in a voice that was as steady as a mountain. He told her that the storm is always on the outside, but the sanctuary is always within. He taught her that she is like the vast open sky, and her anxious thoughts are just dark clouds. The clouds may be loud and they may bring rain, but they can never hurt the sky. The sky simply watches them pass and remains pure and blue. Peace, he said, is an internal state that you choose, not an external condition that you find. This was a massive eureka moment for Ananya. She realized that she did not need the world to be quiet for her to be at peace. She had found the power to stay calm in the middle of the fire. In our fast-paced world of 2026, we are constantly being attacked by notifications, news, and the pressure to succeed. We sit in stressful Zoom calls where our hearts race and our minds spiral into worry. We feel like we are losing control because the world is so loud. A practical hack you can use today to reclaim your peace is the 478 breathing technique. When you feel the anxiety starting to rise, inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 7 seconds and then exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. This simple physical act sends a direct message to your nervous system that you are safe. It breaks the what-if loop and returns you to the sanctuary of the present moment.
As Ananya walked back to her weaving, she no longer felt afraid of the noise. She knew that the marketplace would always be loud, and the world would always be busy. But she also knew that she carried a silent temple inside her own lungs. Your job in this life is not to fix the world or to make everyone stop shouting. Your job is to stay quiet within yourself. Remember that peace is a choice you make with every single breath you take. You are the sky, and the noise is just the weather. Stay centered, stay wise, and breathe through the storm.